Hello fellow flight simmers, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. Today we'll be flying the Captain Sim 757-200 with the Rolls-Royce engines, as you can see with this nice sticker here. And the reason we're flying specifically the Rolls-Royce version of the 757 is that I got it over the Christmas holidays, so I thought it would be nice to kind of take it on a first flight. And we're flying from Metroair, one of my virtual airlines. This is one of those, I guess, old workhorses they still have in their fleet. The 757, which is I think they don't really have any of these kind of old. They have the MD-11 as well in their fleet, but they don't really have these kind of from the 80s back, no kind of historical fleet. So it's quite nice to see this one still in the lineup. And we'll be flying from Seattle Tacoma, which you can barely see here with all this mist, down to Reno. And so going from Washington State down to Nevada, northwestern Nevada. And as you can see, we just got some more aircraft spawning in from AIG, which is the AI traffic tool that I use. Unfortunately today we won't have Pack X. I updated it, but it seems to crash my P3D. Some DLL error, so I'll have to do it manually, which isn't too bad of course, but a bit annoying. But it's mainly the boarding music and the safety demonstration I want to have. But yeah, I mean, that also kind of shows that, you know, you don't need fancy tools for everything, and there are freeware options as well, if that's of interest. But yeah, I think not much else. Hopefully we get a good flight this time around. I've been having so many issues. First, it took me a while to kind of identify Pack X being the cause of the crash. I couldn't realize it was it until the second time it crashed. Thought it was just a fluke. And then I had GSX not starting up. Yeah, just a bad sim day. But now finally, hopefully we're now finally gonna get this flight. But let's see. Let's jump into the cockpit. As you can see, normal 757 from Captain Sim. Nothing too. How do you remove these? There. Nothing too fancy. You can see some. It looks a bit wear and tear here and there, which I guess makes sense. I don't have any like mods apart from that I have upgraded sound pack. I think you can find on the Captain Sim forums. Let's get everything connected. And that sound pack is also for the 767. Two separate ones in the same pack. Let's see, let's put all of these on as well, just because that will save us some time and I don't need to remember the exact flow. Doesn't seem to have an impact on the engine start anyway. The packs, we can turn those off. I'll do the pumps already just so I don't forget. I don't think we'll have the central pumps with any fuel, so that should be fine. I think it's position lights and whites, or is it reds? I always forget. So let's just do white for now. No smoking, can keep that on. And then, since we have to do this, let me see, boarding music. So we have the Metroair, right? Can we get that to play? So we'll have that to play in the background. Want it to sound as good. And I have it on playing over and over again. So that should hopefully work. And let me see, I'm gonna move this down. So let's see, maybe you'll hear that boarding music in the background. What else? Flight plan. So we can, since we do have the boarding music, oh, this is how it looks from above. We do have all of our flight kind of there that it covers. We have all of that with some nice photoreal and autogen, so that should be cool. Let's put 100 passengers. We need to put the fuel and payload. The fuel is 17, while the payload is 168 for the zero fuel. So there we go. Open exit 2. We don't need that, but we can start opening our doors. We can do crew, so we'll do the entry door and oh sorry, the cargo doors. Let's just check that they are open, that they are. Had to do an own quick GSX profile for this one to get it to work. Pretty cool here with some of the people. They just seem to be static though. It's generally a pretty good one, this Druzveki Seattle. You can see we have the insides. Not sure how real to life it is. I know Taxi to the Gate had one for P3 version 4, which might be better. But yeah. Which is number 2. Waiting to open exit number 2. Oh, maybe it's that one. I guess that one would be the normal one to bring people aboard. The cool way is you can see, because we have the interior on this one. It's really good looking interior, probably the best one for P3D. We'll close, we don't want to see the people who flies our flights. Even though it does seem to have some nice viewpoints. But yeah, where are we? We are gonna be doing our flight plan and stuff and init refs. So 168 was the zero fuel. And oh wait, the fuel. What did I put it at? Did I put it at 17? Yeah, that's too low. It should be in 17.6. Yeah. Bit of a mistake on my behalf. Reserves around 35,000 feet with a cost index of where is it? Cost index. Doesn't say. That's odd. I'm pretty sure it always say that on the flight plan. I'm looking at it here from the Metroair. Let me just move this up. Okay, so we'll do 150. I hate that the sound disappears when you move out of the sim. We'll do around 20. I'm not sure what the actual CG, because that's the current CG. I don't think there's cruise CG here. Okay, good. We can wait with the takeoff and we'll do the route. KSEA, KRNO. We are flying Met 1440. I don't think they actually fly this route, but you can do free flight, which I'm an avid user of because I want to fly to some different airports from time to time. Runway 16 left, so that's good. And then in terms, you can do the departure, which is Sama 2. And we're going direct or LKV, VLKV, and then we're going direct to heart. It's a very short flight plan, so it's hard. Then basically it's the ILS to 17 right. But let's actually start doing pilot to ADC here at the same time. So we have it, or so we can compare it, right? So Summa, LKV. So we're doing Summa, then we're doing the star with the which one is that? Clubs? Is that the one? Clubs 1. And then Heart Transition. Did it change name? Heart 2 it's called here. Maybe it just changed name, right? So Clubs is the old Heart. What's the approach for it? So if we do RX, we can do libdget, which should be fine. Should be a direct kind of approach. We'll have to have a look. This looks a bit mountainous, but we're gonna be quite high at that point still. We're kind of at the edge of the great mountain ranges of the US. But good. We can, let me just check my config if I already had it set up. Yeah, Metro, I'll have it set up. We can connect. I don't know if Metro is the call sign or is it Metroair, but I'm just gonna keep Metro. We'll switch the radio and I'll move this down. And let's see, LSRX, Libya, this should give us kind of the same. We can go and look on the legs. These should be connected. And this should definitely connected. Like that. Because that's how Pilot ADC is gonna look at it. Metro 4003, ready to copy IFR clearance. Okay, and now we're... What altitude are we getting? 16 left. Oh. 35.
Metro 4003 is cleared to Kilo Romeo November Oscar.
That's interesting. So they are giving us
with the LKV transition, then as filed.
A direct
level 350.
Okay.
Departure on 126.5. Squawk 6246. Metro 4003 read back correct. Altimeter is 3052. Contact ground on 121.7 when ready for pushback. Have a good one.
Hey, let's see, 350.
Altimeter is 3052. Ground on 121.7. Metro 4003.
And now we need to do the flaps, right? Did we get any trust select? Select temp 48. Takeoff weight should be around 184.9. We have those. Oh, we need to put this in as well. So wind 01050 at 3. Can remove that. Then slope. We don't have any slope, and we have -1. That's very interesting. Considering the weather, shouldn't this be icing conditions? Same dew point as temperature? I would figure this would be icing conditions, but let's see. It looks like that one is moving away. And actually I'm wondering, can we see any vehicles with this one? I don't want to enable. What if I do enable extra ground traffic? Would be nice if you could see the pushback trucks though. But I'm not gonna do that now. I don't want to mess anything up. But there we have the A321, I think, of the Delta. Or is that A320? And they're an Embraer as well. Always nice to see some variety. Okay, let's see. 134, 137, quite low. This is a beast of a plane, a real quickster. Let's see, what else should we do? The fire test seems to work. In terms of the squawk, that was 6246, right? 6246. There we go. We're almost done getting all the passengers on board. We'll put on the flight directors. The flight plan is ready, so that's good. I can put that to rejected takeoff so I don't forget. We'll put this to 230, which I kind of like to have as a backup. We'll have a look above. That looks pretty good. And we can start the APU. We should be able to see that on status. Here on APU EGT, right? There we go, seeing some action, that's good. I do wonder if we can see the passengers boarding. I'm just gonna go here into business class first. And check if we can see, but I don't think so. But yeah, this is the best one I've seen, I think, in P3D. Maybe the KRNO ATR one has a really good cabin as well. But I kind of like this one with the safety on board and that sort of extras. And it kind of works quite well visually as well, looking around. So that's always nice to see. And you have the wings that you can see as well. So yeah. Huge plus to Captain Sim in that regard. Okay, 626, that means we have the APU gen. We can do the ISOL valve and then the APU bleed. We can disconnect the external and remove it completely. Have a quick look on the outside. I know this door is open, funnily enough, but I'll close it after boarding. Or we can do it now actually. So we can close the cargo door. External cargo door shut. That was odd. Need to have a look at that error. Did say what it was because of? You see it's on my day, flight simming today. Well, that was odd. Now we can close that entry door. Okay, boarding completed. Waiting for your actions. We are closing all the doors now. And we'll prepare for pushback and departure. Ice warning, do you request de-icing treatment? We should get it, but I haven't set that up, so no.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Metro 4003, ready for pushback.
Metro 4003 pushback approved.
because you have to
Push
set,
back approved Metro 4003.
since this aircraft didn't have any GSX profile, it's all kind of just everywhere, but you would have to set kind of the point of the wings, right, so that they do it correctly.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
It's really cool on the FS Labs one, right, because you get the whole body covered. And it actually visualize, or it's a visual thing, you can see it. But yeah, sucks a bit. It would have been cool to see
Bypass
some de-icing, even though you wouldn't do it here, right? You would go to the de-icing pad, which I don't know where it is. At least not at this airport. Where the hell is it? Do they even have a de-icing pad? They must have one, right?
locking gear.
Is it like the maintenance ramp? Or do they just do it at the stand? Could be. Could that be it? Okay, we shall see. Let's see, they are locking gear now. We can close the Metroair music and then we'll wait to start the safety. Let's see if we have one of these, if they work.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a routine procedure that we dim our cabin lights for all night
Oh, that's
takeoffs.
cool.
For those passengers wishing to read, you will find a reading light in the panel above your head.
I think it's nose left, right? Let me see if this works.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have an allocated departure time to meet.
Huh.
Please locate and take your seats as quickly
Pretty
as
cool
possible.
that you can press these, that you could do it in FSX as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, your safety aboard this aircraft is our primary consideration. Please refrain from reading magazines and newspapers. We will now show a short video demonstrating
Okay,
safety
nose left,
procedures for
tail
this
right. I'm
aircraft.
just gonna check that. We got the pushback approved.
Please
Good.
study this carefully. Thank you for your attention and wish you a pleasant flight.
Nose left, tail
Release
right.
parking brakes, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna release them very shortly. I just wanna take one final check.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
We
Hello
want.
and welcome aboard this Metroair flight. Here at Metroair,
There we go. Okay, let's start this.
we would like to ask that you pay attention while our
Those
crew
are
demonstrate
shut.
the safety
Good.
features of this aircraft. Whether you are here for business or leisure, we
Start the
certainly
right
hope you have
engine
a very
first.
pleasant flight.
I saw somewhere where the Airbus changed their SOP, starting the left engine now first. Okay, good, it's starting. Oh, I'll listen to that. Sounded quite a bit. Look at that. You're getting that. Getting that huge engine rolling. What was the altimeter? 3053. Yo. 5.
Please set parking brakes.
The parking brake set. Right engine looks good. Starting left. I'll confirm good engine start.
Ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
They look pretty good. The light's a bit wonky, but I like the fact that you can see them here. Okay, we need to... let me see, that one should be on legs and legs. So I think we have the V1 speed set. Oh, that's a bit weird. The sound, the sound of the engine. What's going on now? Auto disconnect, leads off. That should be in accordance.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
And I think we no longer need
Left is clear. Right is clear.
the APU, so we can shut that off. It started quite crazily fast. Oh, parking brake TCAS off. That's fine. Sorry, I need to just switch to the right view. And I'm not gonna be going back there, I think. So I'm just gonna be removing them. I just want these two, I think should be fine.
Hello,
Okay, have a good trip.
Board Commercial Air Class.
What was that, Alaska? Yeah.
Security
Yeah, it looks good.
is priority, and we would like to ask that you pay attention while our crew demonstrates
Oh,
safety.
now it started again. I'm just gonna close that. Good. So, yeah, we have a good engine start. We have things looking fine. What about the weather radar? So the VX, we can make sure that's on, which it is. We need to remember the TCAS. Metro 4003, ready to taxi.
Metro 4003 taxi to runway
Oh my
16
god.
left via taxiways Bravo.
And I forgot,
Charlie,
of course, to do
hold short
my
runway 16 left.
Taxi to runway 16 left via
to
taxiways
start my
Bravo,
pirate.
Charlie. Hold short runway 16 left Metro 4003.
Let me fix this. I don't know how I managed to do that. So we'll start the APU again. This is a bit cheating, but I do want to get that pirate. And the reason why I need the APU is so when I shut the engines and do this again, we don't... I'm sorry about this, that was a bit of a miss on my end. Totally forgot about... I have a tendency, it's I guess one of the most known reasons to forget about the pyreps is that small mistake. I think we can shut the engines. And let me just check which one was it. That was B9, right? So we'll do it like this. B9 will be warped there, and then we are just quickly gonna... Oh my god, I hate this spinning thing that happens with some of these aircrafts. We're just gonna do it quick and dirty. We're gonna put it back there, and we are gonna do KSEA with the Boeing. We're gonna fly this flight. And wait, just before I actually do that, we're gonna prepare for pushback and departure. And I'm just gonna make sure I do have the fuel that I'm supposed to have. No.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Okay, fly this flight. Yes, we want to fly this flight. So I'm gonna connect the A-cars. So this is the only reason why we have to redo this, because I just want to make sure that we get the pirate. But everything should be set otherwise. So we're just gonna do this quickly, hopefully. It takes a bit of time, I find.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Yes, yes, and we are willing to be pushed back. I do find that GSX is a bit slower maybe than the Ultimate Ground Crew.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Yes, doing this, take number 2. But yeah, it's super frustrating when you don't get the flight tracked. Specifically when you do a virtual airline. If I don't fly virtual and I just fly, with no tracking, then I do prefer to just do a a normal flight with like a real airline, Finnair or that sort. Which ramp are we at? We are at trying to figure out what area we're at. Well, it doesn't say on the charts. At least we got to see some more. So nose left.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push.
Yeah, commencing
Due
push.
to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Okay, let's do this. Try number 2. We're just gonna do this quick. I'm not gonna put on the safety again. At least you get to see two engine starts. And now I'm just gonna check. Okay, we're pushing back, and now, yeah, it's tracking. So I can look from the outside a bit now. So that was pretty cool, seeing some smoke. I have no clue if I've ever flown a 757. It's one of those, you know, maybe if you were young, but nothing that I can remember on the top of my head. Same with the MD. I think I flew the MD-82 though. Down to... I'm trying to think. Was it Kos or landing in between? But I know we flew one because we were gonna fly something, but then there was this older aircraft that was kind of like brought in. So it was either a Fokker or a MD-82, but I think it was MD-82 based on the seating arrangement. Okay, let's see. We'll start the left engine as well. I can just stop here, complete pushback procedures.
Please set parking brakes. Contact to ground. We have a good engine start.
Okay,
Disconnect.
there we go.
Gear.
But yeah, now that's always super frustrating. We confirmed engine start, right? Yeah, good. Let's see. It shows that there's some weather with the weather radar, but let's see. Okay, pretty good, the light effects. They look pretty good on this aircraft, the default one, so that's nice to see. Anything else we need to do? We have the engines, these packs.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
I can shut off the APU.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Let's just check that everything's been recognized by the A-cars. Engine 2 on, engine 1 on. That's good. Okay. So sorry for the little hiccup. I think we are ready to go. I'm gonna release the parking brake. Oh wait, I can't yet. GSX is still up and about. I'm gonna check, did we get the taxi clearance? We did get, and it's basically to go a bit to the left and then down all the way and then to the left. Yes, all good. All looks good in the hood. Have a good trip. Thank you. Okay, releasing parking brakes. Doesn't seem to have any... The idle thrust doesn't seem to be strong enough. Not sure if that's a Captain Sim thing or the real aircraft. But we just added a bit of thrust. We'll add flaps 5. Oh yeah, I forgot how... The Captain Sim taxiing isn't the best. It feels like it accelerates way too fast. We'll just go out here. The question I have though is that the aircrafts are taking off from the other direction. So, God, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna be... Either I'm gonna find one taxiing down here, or one is gonna hit me right when I take off. Let's see. That's a bit odd. So some weird placements here. Is this normal, or in the sense that is this like the default ones coming through? I need to have a look. It was a while. Like Seattle is one of those airports I don't use a lot, unfortunately. But I should, of course. So yeah. But oh well. 134. We've set the barrow. The clock we haven't started, but now it's up and about. We're taxing a bit quick. I'm gonna brake. Need to remember to arm the auto throttle, the TCAS, all of that. We have a long way down to go still. Look at this weather, it's atrocious. Very, very hard to see. I think everything else should be fine, right? I don't think there's anything we need to reactivate or... Because I think the only thing with that kind of setback of having to redo the engine start for the PyRep, but that I think was the only thing. We can put this on as well. It gives us some information here on the engines. Still taxing down. Let's see if we even have the airfield we're flying to in ChartFox, and we do, so that's great. Will make things much easier. Luckily ice isn't simulated with this aircraft. Well, of course it would be nice if it was, but in the sense that we didn't do any de-icing. I'm gonna arm the auto throttle so I don't forget. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the EPR button is what you press on these ones. The LNAV we can arm as well. And now we should soon be... We're taxiing super fast though. I mean, look at that. And the funny part is that if I stop braking, there's no friction. Now it's going down because I lowered the thrust enough. So yeah, unfortunately, if someone has a mod to kind of make these Captain Sim aircraft taxi better, that would be very nice. I would be highly interested in that. Or I guess get the flight factor one for X-Plane. Might do that for the different EFIs, or whatever they're called, the displays. Metro 4003 ready for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. 16 left squawking 6246 Metro 4003.
We need to put on that TARA. And yeah, that should be it, right? Maybe we can play this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is routine procedure that we dim our cabin lights for all-night takeoffs. For those passengers wishing to read, you'll find a reading light in the panel above your head. Thank you.
It's almost night, right? Looking at this fog. Okay, let's see. Crazy acceleration with this one. Okay, turning in here. Are we ready to go? Rolling start maybe? Now we shall line up, because I have one thing I haven't checked. Plus we have some aircrafts there right in front of us. Just because why not? 5.3 is the trim. 4.53. 4.53. That should be sufficient. Okay, wish me good luck. Flaps are set to 5. EPR set. Takeoff, takeoff. LNAV armed. Yeah. Well, all should be good, I hope. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots. Just let us please climb before we crush into that other aircraft coming. V1, rotate. There we go. Now we have the LNAV. I'm just gonna turn, breaking a bit from the SOP. Oh, is that the traffic warning? That's cool. Seeing that in effect, we're just gonna ignore it because this is a flight sim induced situation. Okay, good. Gear is up. We can go lights up with these. We can do VNAV maybe. Aren't we climbing? We can go flaps 1. And we are flying. Nice.
Departure on 126.5 Metro.
Oh, I just noticed we have the nice winglets or sharklets, whatever you want to call them. Okay, there.
Departure Metro
Now in flaps
4003
0.
climbing to flight level 350.
We're still climbing. Hopefully we'll soon be out of this awful weather. Still doing it manually. What's the outer? Wait, let me. No clue. No clue what that one. Oh yeah, it's outer. Sorry, it's probably for the when you do the approaches, right? You have these different, don't know what they're called, beacons.
128.5 take care Metro 4003.
So since we're flying kind of direct with the approach.
Center Metro 4003 climbing to flight level 350.
Still climbing. Looking good. Okay, we're getting above the weather, finally. Gonna trim a bit. Try to see if I can get this. Set up nicely. Look at that mountain over there. Yeah, we're really going into the path of all this traffic. Not the best. I hate when that happens, like the AI is landing from the opposite direction. Sometimes it's like airport induced, and sometimes it's, I don't know why, but they kind of fly in the wrong direction. Okay, looks good. We're above 10,000 feet. So we can go off with that. Yeah, with the seatbelt signs to off. Okay, let's see. Quite nice to hand fly this one, I must say. But let's do autopilot anyway. So we have VNAV speed. We're still EPR, VNAV speed, LNAV, command. You can see some of the larger mountains here. And then the overcast. It's really weird though, because I was doing it like 2 hours ago. I was trying to do this flight when I had all that issue, and then it was like totally clear down in Seattle. I don't know. Do I trust Active Sky? Not sure. Okay, we're climbing to 3,500 feet. We'll soon be at 18,000. We should go to standard. Do you have any nice other messages?
Ladies and gentlemen, as we're experiencing turbulent
Okay, so turbulence. Oh, that's the landing one. Okay. Interesting. Just realized it was much louder than I would normally have. Oh, now the sound was working when I did go out of the sim. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's start bringing it to standby 1, 2. To default altimeter. Takes a bit of time. We can start bringing this. We're a bit below 18,000 to be fair.
Center on 134.9 or 5 Metro 4003.
Top of cruise. What's the top of descent on this one? Oh, we can't
Center
even see it
Metro
then.
4003 climbing to flight level 350.
It's saying we have to our right. And look at that, another aircraft. Must be a very trafficked, so I guess you have all the different airports, right? But yeah, always cool to see some of these AI aircraft. Maybe a 787 or something. Ah, it's a very nice livery, Metroair one. I really like it. It's my favorite one because it doesn't look as virtual airline as a lot of the virtual airline ones look, like the fictional ones. I think in close second it's Air Wigo maybe, because they're also a bit unique, then Fly UK and then Walker. The thing with Walker is they have so many different ones as well though, so the like vintage one is probably up here with the Metro on the same kind of level. And look at that, the True Earth looks beautiful. And I'm so glad to have switched back to the 2D clouds now, because it just feels so much more correct. And I noticed it when I was flying in India actually. I'm trying to think now, do I have any pictures? Maybe on Discord. I'm just gonna quickly bring up Discord and see if I can find any pictures or send some to my friend. But like the clouds don't always look the best. Let me see if I have it here. There's a little smog. Opening browser, maybe that shows it a bit better. Here's one picture flying Vistara. Seeing some of the Himalayas in the background. And I think this is, yeah. So it's not that off. Maybe there should be even a bigger blue ribbon. But I mean, if you consider that's the real life and then this, it's not that bad. And what else did I have? Any good pictures? We had a delay in our flights. We had to take we had one flight that was cancelled with Air India down for Blair, and then we had to take a Spice Jet. So these were pretty cool, like these sort of clouds. This is from the wing view of the Spice Jet. Just as we're coming into land. But yeah, let's have a look. So we're flying here above the mountains. I just want to see if we have a top of descent anywhere close. So it might take a bit of time. It's just that Pilot ADC ones is in 30 minutes, so it's quite a while. I just want to make sure we get up to our cruising altitude, and then I can kind of leave it for a while. I'm just afraid of the speed. Captain Sim isn't the most. I'm gonna hide my. What's this one? Oh no, it didn't work. This one, so it's a bit sucky. Oh, and the coffee mug. Gross. Don't need that in our cabin. Anything else? Any cool? Nothing. It's weird, almost looks out of place that I think it's correct.
Center on
Very odd, the
110.2
mountain
Metro
top.
4003.
Both of these, they really stand out. So if you have a clear day and you're a bit
Center
lower,
on
it's really cool.
126.6 Metro. Center Metro 400.
I think down there is Portland, right?
350.
Still climb the 350. Maybe I can actually. Do I really need the co-pilot? I really don't need it. Maybe we can make his one a GoPro viewpoint. Oh, look at that, we have an aircraft just in front of us. Let's see if we can get like a good... It's really hard because you gotta work with the zoom. Yeah, that one just went past us. TCAT's even giving us a warning. So if we do this one, how will it work? If I now save this, so we have this, then that. Okay, that's pretty nice. Cleared of conflict. Still getting up, slow and steady. We can actually do our approach briefing. We are flying into 17 right, which is correct. So we're doing ILS, 17 right. What does that give us? Minimums of 4,615. 200 above the airfield, right? So since this one won't go higher, we'll just do 200. What else? A nav and a radio. Is it here? Or is it up here? Here it is, right? We can have auto, but like I prefer the manual one because I know we have the right one. So 110.9, and then the CRS should be 167. I can do that, or I could have done both through my Logitech tools. 167. Can we get it to there we go. 167. Maybe you can do the secondary one as well. This one I have to do manually because I don't have the 2 CRS. 167. We're at our speed, or at our altitude, and we're maintaining speed. That's great to see. Very nice, actually. Okay, I am gonna quickly check before I actually go. Top of descent. There we go. So we have that as well calculated. That's nice. Good. Hopefully the rest of the flight now will be less eventful. So we can get a good PIREP in. But let's see. I'll leave as is, and I'll be right back. The aircraft is now in the autopilot's hands, and you as the observer.
Center on 128.15 Metro 4003. Center Metro 4003 at flight level 350. Metro 4003.
There we go. Captain is back. And what are we looking at now? Looks like we are getting southern, or towards more southern degrees, or whatever you want to call it. It's let's check. Speeds maintaining good. Still have about 160 nautical miles. I think around 97 till our next waypoint, right? LKV. And then we'll have the approach down. So that's good. Let me see. Try to see if there's some interesting. It's really quiet now actually on the sim front. There's been no new releases lately and no interesting topics of discussion. Still going on the Phoenix FS Labs argument, or whatever you want to say, comparison, but apart from that, not really anything. Let's have a look at the weather actually. So we are gonna come to KRNO. We have an altimeter of 126.3031. I'm gonna put this on the standby one. Don't think this is SOP to do it, but I'll just do it for my own sake. Maybe I'll remember it and don't have to open up ActiveSky again. Plus I do wanna fill in for the approach ref. We'll do flaps full. Very low VREFs, 124. We don't need to put in anything else, but it's good to know that there's no wind and from no direction. Or, well, 0 is from a direction. It's from the north, but yeah. Not really anything to worry about. And we must be now, is it Oregon? Where's the clouds? You can see some smaller cloud gatherings, but overall it's looking quite nice. Very beautiful. We can zoom in a bit on the range. I realized we never put on TFC, which would have helped a bit. We have weather radar. Route data, that's what we want to have. That will help us a bit. With these old CRT screens, I do believe they are CRT, right? Yeah, they do look to be at least an attempt to make CRT screens. No, they're pretty good, not gonna lie. God, barely even. It's like weird, because I can't remember how they feel touching the CRT screens, but it's... You don't see them anymore, right? Nobody has CRT screens. At least none that I know. Don't need to do seat belt. Now that's the big other problem without having pack X's. That was the thing that gave me my landing rate. Now I don't have that, so I need to rely on the. So as long as pack X isn't working, I'll be flying a lot of virtual airline flying. Let's see, do we have these? Yes, we do. But isn't there supposed to be something? God. Isn't this supposed to be... Oh wait, there. So it's just dependent on how you look at it? Is that it? But that's annoying. So basically, maybe it's chase plane that's... It's like the wrong angle. Okay, very interesting implementation of that. I hate that when you have an otherwise very nice aircraft and then it has some minor bugs such as that. But oh well. Can't get everything in life. Okay, we're now at around 120 till our top of descent. Anything else we need to check? Our missed approach procedure. Climb to 13,000. On the RNAV missed approach route to Yarku. And hold, continue to climb. Let me see here. Yarku, 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 and we have a holding pattern there inserted. That's good. Missed approach requires minimum climb of 390 feet per nautical mile to 8,000. So I guess if you can't manage that, you shouldn't do the landing. And this is really cool. I haven't seen, because I've never flown this route before actually. Like down from Seattle, a bit like southeast. But I mean, look at these areas. It's amazing. This is one of the things I actually like about flight simming. When you have the photoreaders, you find these areas that you're like, this would be cool to see in real life. Of course, some of these areas don't look as good when you're on the ground as opposed to when you're up here. So, yeah, a bit of a hit and miss.
Center on 127.6 Metro 4003. Center Metro 4003 at flight level 350.
Have you heard the speech file? We have controllers, folders. There, play chatter. That's odd. Wouldn't that usually be? So many things. There we go, now we can hear the chatter. Finally. Sorry about that, guys. Also forgot about the ATC chatter. How much longer do we have? About 20 minutes of flight time. So still some ways to go. Okay, so F Labs is working on Neo. I guess that's gonna be their big seller. My guess is A321 Neo first, and then after A321 Neo, they'll probably release the A320 Neo. Okay, so we got the. That was the only reason why I was a bit slow there. So we got the ILS approach to runway 17 right. with the leverage transition. Good. Maybe in the future I should actually have pilot ADC change for me. That would be fun. Have them change kind of what I'm landing. Reroute. That could give it some more, be more dynamic, right? It's a bit boring to always get the exact approach and the same. I just trying to figure out why I changed it, because there was sometimes some issues with that, right? It would bug out more often, that's my feeling. But oh well. But let's see, wait, then I'm just gonna quickly run to the toilet before we continue. Okay, and there we go. So reaching up on our top of descent, we want to go down to, what were we cleared down to? We're cleared down to, well, we haven't actually gone to the top of descent, but I'm gonna guess we're gonna get a clearance down to 7,500 or 8,000. So I'm gonna put it at that level, just to have it. Let's change the range again. Here we have a bit of a bad mesh with the photoreal, and so I'm guessing Nevada and then True Earth. One 2,000. Okay, it's quite a high.
Will cross hard at or above flight level 220.
We're clear to quite a high
altitude.
altitude.
Transition to cross lift jet or above 1,2,000 feet. Altimeter is 303.
Let's put the auto brakes. Arm the speed brake. What else? What about fuel? Jesus Christ! What about fuel? Now this is. We are coming up on what's our next one? It's gonna be Heart. At Heart, the fuel on board should be 9.4. We are at 8.8. 8.9 to be exact. We have used quite a bit more fuel, which is problematic. But let's not get super stressed just yet. Let's wait and see. Can we see our fuel flow? Somewhere here probably we can. Or maybe we can't. Actually, landing altitude we can though see, so that's 10,000 feet. So maybe we can go up to 99. the landing altitude. Okay, so 8.8 now in total quantity. So either we've had wind or we have a little bit of a higher fuel burn on this one. Could be the difference between the Rolls-Royce, right? And is it the Pratt & Whitney they have that other engine? Not 100% sure, but could be. Okay, so then... Wait, it can't be 10,000 feet, that's crazy high. It's 4,400. Sorry, why? RWA landing. Yeah, me reading these charts wrong. Sorry. 4,400. That was. Let's get this down. 4,415. So we're at 80. This is very slow. Slow. 6.9. Now we're at 5. 5.4. Only 1,000 to go. Now we are at 4.4 and we are at 15. Good. Okay, there we go. Happy days. So yeah, the True Earth ones, they mesh very well, and then doesn't mesh as well, but it's quite okay here. Here you basically can't even notice the difference, which is nice to see. So we're at 8.6 already. We are super low. Very not good. Will it be problematic? Depends. It's giving us okay values though. Only thing I'm wondering is can we somehow, I don't think we have anything that's causing a drag, unless I would have forgotten flaps or something, but it doesn't look like there's anything. And actually, before we start descending, let's get maybe a good picture of this airplane for our banner. We can get it kind of nicely into the frame. Something like this, maybe. Not always the easiest to choose a good one. But that should be pretty nice for YouTube. Just for a video banner. Nicer to see the True Earth one. Could work in this direction as well. Take a picture with a completely different kind of color scheme. It's a bit red here. Here you can really see kind of the redness of True Earth if you compare it to the yellowness of Mega Scenery. Okay, 40 nautical miles to the heart. We are reaching our... It's about 160 left, right? Let me have a check. 120, sorry, not 160. That's a bit of an over exaggeration. Let me see. Oh, a lot of people are ranting about the TFDI MD-11, but I'm not surprised. A lot of people are saying it feels like soulless, and I mean, and I did 2 flights with it, and I kind of tend to agree a bit. It just feels, and I think the P3D version of it feels that even more. So let's see. Some people are saying they're still staying on the PMDG on the FSX one. Interesting enough. So we started our descent now. So we passed the top of the descent. That's good. I don't know why the 757, and this is actually a compliment to the 757, but it works really well, the VNAV. I don't have a good VNAV in the 767. It's so weird. Maybe it's just me, or maybe I'm doing something wrong, but well, let's see. Of course, might take the victory. We're still seeing a rapid speed increase, which could be fine, but let's pay a bit of attention to that as we're descending here. Here it looks pretty cool with the change in color between True Earth and Mega Scenery. Let's see. Some people complain about auto throttle, but I felt like the throttle generally is badly implemented on the MD-11. It's really hard to maintain a speed. Like you really don't notice with like the drag and you put it up. It's very hard to do a manual approach.
003 contact Oakland Center on 128.8. Enjoy your afternoon. Center on 128.8 Metro 4003.
Metro
Center Metro
4003.
4003 descending to 12,000 feet.
Someone's saying you should do a clean install with the MD-11, but I'm not sure that would make too much of a difference, but oh well. Let's see. 259. It's following the VNAV very well, and the speed has kind of... So yeah, this Captain Sim 757 is actually a pretty decent plane. I do find it to be maybe a bit better than the Airsoft A330. Just because of the Airsoft's LNAV issues. Let's see the X-plane. So, mostly talking about weather simulation. But yeah, nothing interesting on X-plane. That's a bit sucky. Oh wait, we're getting warning. Oh, look at that, look at that. We are seeing the overspeed. Crazy overspeed. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me see if I can get this back on track. We have the VNAV. That's the same issue we have with 767. Why did it want to go into overspeed? We are descending down to... saying trust required. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna add full speed brake. Try to control this. But yeah, this is why. That's annoying. Getting that overspeeding. Okay, let's look at that. Look at that. Crazy. I am gonna go into... I'm gonna go into vertical speed. This one is trying to kill me. What the hell is it trying to achieve? 17,000? Is that it? I'm gonna write the file overspeeding due to... I'm gonna blame Captain Sim for that overspeed. I don't know why it wants to overspeed. It's so frustrating. And I still think with this altitude, with full speed brake, like why does it want to give so much speed? What's it trying to... What is it trying to achieve? I don't get it. Oh, because the speed is on some crazy number. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna go down to 250. This is frustrating. What do we want to be? So next one is 13,000 feet. I guess we'll have to fly this a bit more manually than I would want. Yeah, the 777 from Fight Factor was really good. I'm at Avsim now, and look at like this, the winter effect. I don't know if this is included or not, but that's crazy nice. Yeah, that's a big... oh, it's really on my list. Not anything that I feel like I need to get anytime soon, but definitely something I'm looking at getting in the faraway future when it's when it has a working VNAV. Because I don't want to have this sort of VNAV problems. It's very frustrating because you don't trust the aircraft because it flies well otherwise. So that's just annoying. Now let's see. I think we're coming up on... Is it Reno down there? It's in a valley kind of thing. Still a bit of flying to go. Should be okay. Let's see if we slow down a bit. We should now also put on, because we're below 18,000, which I totally missed. And it's still 3031, so that's good. So I still checked that even though I did put the altimeter, the standby one, already on the right one. We are not gonna be going that low. I'm also gonna put on the landing lights already. Might as well. And where do we wanna go? We wanna go 12,000. Should be fine over here. And after 12,
on 126.3 Metro 4003.
we should go 9,200, right? So let's make sure we
Metro
maintain.
4003 descending to 12,000 feet.
Okay, so we have reached Elsa. We're now gonna be going to Libke.
Continue descent via the Club's 1 arrival, or the ILS X-ray approach to runway 17 right with the lift transition Metro 4003.
Let's slow down a bit. Make sure we're maintaining these restrictions, since we can't use VNAV, annoyingly enough, but that's life. But yeah, a bit annoying. On 7 right.
Cleared for the ILS approach to runway 17 right with the lift transition Metro 4003.
Not seeing anything yet here. Can we do the... We can arm the approach, but I think it's going to take a while. I think it's around Valar. So we're still looking at a bit of...
Metro 4003.
And we need to continue descending actually. God damn, we need to descend. $7,500. Let me check now. 9,200, 8,000, 7,500, yeah. So we're continuing to descend. What's the speed restriction? I'm saying 208. Let's go down to 210. I think we can well, we can't yet deploy. Why doesn't the speed one play? Or did I use the heading? Was that what I was tweaking with? Let's see now. Can we get this to slow down, this aircraft? Oh, because we are on the localizer now. Okay. That makes sense. We'll add the speed brake then. Are we already on the tower frequency? Not yet. They asked us to slow down to 230 knots. I'm also gonna put out all of these lights. Shouldn't give any more drag, but you never know. Yeah, I know.
Metro 4003.
We can go flaps 1 now. 220 is for
Altimeter is
flaps 5.
3032 tower on 118.7 Metro 4003. Tower Metro 4003 inbound for
220.
ILS approach runway 17 right.
Still flying pretty okay.
Continue ILS approach to runway 17 right will call when established on final Metro 4003.
Okay, let's see. We can drop the landing gear. That should give us quite a huge drag. Okay, let's see. The city's loading in on us, which is nice. We are going flaps 10. And I'm gonna start finally adding some thrust back. I'll go flaps 20. Let's arm that one. I think the problem was that I had the speed brakes extended as well. So that gave us a bit of a... We can go flaps 25. I'll increase the speed. I'll go manual. You can see the runway there. Let's keep maintained like this. Descend a bit. I really like the pack sim because they kind of add to the city a bit, the surroundings. I always like the airport developers that do that. let's maintain. I'll slow down a tad bit. Speed brakes are armed. We have the auto brake on 2. We have the lights set, flaps are down. We can slow down quite a bit. So I'm gonna throttle down even more. Now let's see. We're descending a bit, maybe over what we should be descending. At this point, I'll slow down even more. The trees look a bit weird because I guess they are on winter settings, so that's why they're white. We do not have snow here. At least I don't think you would normally have snow here, but it's quite a high altitude, 4,000 feet, so could be normal with a bit of snow. Here at Reno, you can see the bigger buildings here. I think they are casinos, as we are in Nevada. Okay, let's see now. We're a bit to the right. It's looking quite okay. Metro 4003 established on final.
Metro 400,
One 7
not clear to land runway 17 right.
Clear to
right.
land runway 17 right Metro 4003.
Let's try to maintain the glide slope. We're a bit low, just a
Clear
tad.
to land runway 17 right Metro 4003.
We are slowing down, which is good. Oh, hopefully not too much. Getting closer to our VREF speed. Minimums continue. 100. I think we're coming in pretty well. Maybe a bit. There we go. Maybe a bit slower than I would have wanted, but we didn't at least hit the red ribbon. If I guess that's what you want to see as a good landing. Okay. Disarming spoilers, etc. And auto brakes off. Manual braking. There we go. Metro 4003 ready to taxi.
Metro 4003 contact Reno ground
Let's
on
do landing
121.9
lights off.
for taxi clearance.
Let's start
Ground
the
on
APU.
121.9 for taxi clearance. Metro
115,
4003.
so quite a good, maybe a bit too soft for landing almost, but we can take that. Metro 4003 ready to taxi.
Metro 4003 taxi to gate Charlie 6 via taxiways.
Did they give that to us already, or did they ask us to?
Taxi to gate Charlie
Oh yeah,
6
they
via
assigned us to ground,
taxiways
so that was
Bravo,
correct.
Kilo, Alpha, hold short runway 08 Metro
Bravo,
4003.
Kilo, Alpha, Charlie 6. Is that a reasonable?
Cross runway 08 Metro 4003.
It does look to be a reasonable one. Okay, we can use G2 secure staff. And I guess we're allowed to clear here. That was good. They gave us the runway cross permission. Going a bit fast, but let's see. Now we have the APU, so I think we can shut these. The APU can provide the bleed. We should turn in here. and then to the right. So left and right.
2457 is your way to company 73 right to left into ramp 8.
Give way to the company, company to 8 over 24.
I remember when I started flight simming, just learning the taxi thing. Took forever. Now I don't even bother with it too much. I just look at Pilot ADC and follow that one. But yeah, such a thing as wrapping one's head around that. Look at those helicopters. That would be nicer with a bit of a nicer, or maybe it's because I had to I had to change the photo reel below here, so that's maybe why it looks a bit off. So Paxim, I think they did a pretty decent job, but I just had to make some tweaks in order to get the autogen to work better. One way would have been to just move the autogen files, but I didn't want to move all of the True Earth, or not the True Earth ones, but Living Airports one, and have them duplicated. The reason why you move all of them is because you will have no clue which one is for the specific area, right? And doing a trial and error, trying to find out which ones you should keep and which ones you shouldn't, yeah, that would take way too long. Okay, let's see, C10. So that must be C8, and then C6, which is us. A-gate. Whoa, there's barely any windows on this airport. This is one of those ugly American airports. Hopefully I didn't offend anyone with that, but yeah, some of these are just hideous. They all look the same, just kind of flat roofed. Maybe they're effective, right? So, in that sense, maybe one shouldn't hate on them. Maybe we can move like this a bit. Make sure we nicely get here. Put on the parking brakes. And we shut the engines. There we go. Success. I'll close Pilot ADC. Have a look at the flight tracking app. And the PyRep was accepted. Good. That was nice to see. Let's see. Before I do the replay, let me just check. Or maybe we can just do the replay now. Got a bit too focused on the PyRep. Oh, sorry, we don't want to record discard. We want to do the instant replay. I think maybe 460. A bit too far away, maybe. For like this. But we don't want that door to be open when we do look at the landing. Oh, it hadn't had time to close, of course. There we go. Now it should have been enough time. Let's have a look. See, a bit low, but fine. Seems to be quite okay clearance. As we get closer down, looks very good, the runway. Never seen this sort of, I don't know, blocky kind of runway, striped runway. Oh, that was fine, pretty okay. Pretty good. You can hear the thrust reversers, but you can't see them. It sucks that some work with the replay and some don't, but c'est la vie. In that sense, the X-Plane one is nicer. Let's actually look if we do 400. Oh no, actually, because I removed the different viewpoints. Thought I would do a wing view one, but that should be sufficient. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this short video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, let's see what I'll find next. It will probably be more of these virtual airlines ones, since I won't have Pack X. I really do like to see my landing rate, right? Just to give some sort of assessment. Really nice here. You can see with Pack Sim that we even have the animated people moving around, so that's cool. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, until next time, bye bye.